Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go
baby,
again?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulties coming on in here. I had to go out the room and come back in. So anytime that happens, you guys, that's because it is what it is. I've got some popcorns in here. I want to recognize. I'm going to recognize everybody that came in here and said popcorn. Okay, so that would be wow. Okay, that would be. Let me get one more. So everybody that came in here, and there's a reason for that, because of the technical difficulty. So everybody that had came in here, and said popcorn, no matter if you were first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or whatever, you got it. And there's 5 people in the building that said it. So all 5 of you guys are gonna get popcorn. Okay, let me see here. I got Miss Dee Dee, 7929877. I got Margie Mack, 7929876. I've got CV Bates, 7929878. I got C6. I got a C6 on here. C6 Banks is, I thought I said C. Oh, I got a CV and a C6. I got CV Bates and a C6 Banks. And your number 7929879. And then I got a Valerie Montgomery, your 7929880. So all 5 of you guys get it. That's kind of weird that it did what it did. but we do what we do. We make it right for everybody. Okay, that's good. We had 5 people that came in here and said popcorn. And that's what it's all about. So congratulations. She said, I made it. You wasn't really number 3, Valerie. Okay, you really wasn't number 3. Actually, you were Miss Didi was number 1. Margie was number 2. Valerie, you came in and said hi. And then CV Banks came in. She would have been number 3. C6 Banks would be number 4. And then Valerie, number 5, you said popcorn. But you all get it because the technical difficulty that we had coming in the building made it happen. Tina, you're too late. You're like 5 minutes late. And she was like, okay, popcorn. Tina, you're late. You're late. See there? You could have jumped in there. You could have got in where you fit in. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm hoping that this is helping you with your lateness. I'm late. We're late. Because of the holiday, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought today was Saturday. I kid you not. I'm like, no, and all morning I did not understand or figure it out. She said I forgot to put my corns in. You did, girl. You know you did, but you know God is good. Diddy said God is good. God is good. We're going to make it right. He made it right. Because like I said, you know, he made it where I couldn't come back right on in. But it still showed it to me. But I know that sometimes there's difficulties or you forget to come in and say it or whatever. God understands that. So I'm like, let's make it right. And so I said, well, everybody that came in that said it, they got it. They had got it, you know. And before I mention it, not later on, because, you know, I'll be here for days going, okay, you know, this person, that person, this person, that person, Tina, Nancy, Danielle, da 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 da. And woke to God and da-da-da-da-da. When the whole reason why we give them is because you guys come in. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, nevertheless, he's going to make it right. So, you know, that was in my spirit just to give it to everybody that had came in before I had told you guys we were having the difficulty to give it to everybody because I know there's things that happens. You know what I'm saying? I hope nobody gets mad at me when the spirit tells me to do something, but I felt it in my spirit to just make sure everybody got it, because I don't know if you guys was having problems too. Now, the reason sometimes, you guys, I'm sorry, I got to drink plenty of water because I feel thirsty, so I must be dehydrating. You know, I just feel like I need water. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna share this story with you. I don't know if you know about it, you guys. It's weird to me. I'm going to share with you guys what's been going on in my neck of the woods and what I've been thinking or whatever. So Wednesday, we came on and I had this card posted. It's been posted a couple of months ago. Not too many people even came and hit me up on the post, maybe one. And then I decided to do something else with the vehicle. I told you guys that. And then, then I was like, forget it. We was getting ready to go take it to the car lot thing so it can be on display. And, cause we got this place where you could take cars and it goes on this car lot. And it can sit there if they sell the car, because people come there to look at the car. They sell the car, you give them 10% or whatever, and it's all good. It's called an auction, but it's really not an auction. It used to be an auction. Now it's just for displaying cars that you know, dealers and stuff want to sell their car, and they just don't have time to do all the footwork or whatever. She said, I was looking for you, girl. It does feel like Saturday. Yeah, it does. So anyway, and all of this is going to go into our commentary for this evening. So just pay attention. So this was Wednesday, so the young lady called me and she was like, "Hey, can I come and see your car?" And it sounded like a little kid or whatever. And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "What's your address?" And I gave her the address, and she was like, "Okay, I'll be there at 2." And so 2 o'clock come, no show. 2:10, no show. 2:20, no show. 2:15 or 2:20, no show. 2:20, no show. 2:30, no show. Uh, and I wanted to do my live early, so when she said 2, I said it gave me enough time. And then when 2:35 came, I was like, you know what? I've got to go ahead and do this live because I'm running late. She done made me late. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, I wasn't late because 3 o'clock hadn't got here, but I wanted to do the live early so I can go ahead and do the live, figure out what my family was gonna eat, take me a nice shower, and then go to work and be ready for everything that's gonna happen at work. But this child, soon as I hit the live button, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, she at the door. So I'm like, okay, you guys, I got somebody at the door. No worries. Cause I had called my husband and I told my husband, I said, hey honey, I got somebody coming over to the house because I always gotta let him know. Cause I think it's really important for safety reasons that he knows who's at the house, who's coming to the house, and definitely if it's a man, you know what I'm saying? I don't play that. And you guys, if you ever, I don't know if you guys know, we live in a world in the United States, yet it is not safe. People come in to do repair, and next thing you know, you running for your life. I don't know if you guys ever been through that before, but I've been through it more than once. And so, especially if it's a man coming, I let my husband know so he can get his butt home and I ain't got to be running for my life. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, it's done happened several times. So, I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys. If it has, put a 5 in the chat. That you done invited somebody to come over, whether it's a friend, family, folk, or whatever, the dishwasher repair, the maintenance guy, or such, or and then next thing you know, they got something else on their mind what y'all finna do. You know what I mean? So, Nancy said for sure the first 5. Exactly. So you always let him know, and he knows I fear for that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fear for me. I mean, hey, you ain't gotta look cute for all this stuff to happen to you. You just gotta be in the wrong place at the right time, and things will happen. And Valerie said 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Exactly. You guys understand? Even at work it's done happen. Walking home it's done happen. You know what I'm saying? When these people get that in their mind, they thinking, hey, fair game. It's all, ain't nobody around. Let's do this. It could be you went out partying. You just somebody coming over casually for a drink or whatever, or watch a little TV. If you say Netflix, you might as well just put 555 in the chat, because that's what they're thinking. 555 55 555. Tina Power says 5. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I told him it was a girl. So he was like, okay. I hope Woke to God is still in the chat. I hope Woke to God is in the chat, because this is going to you guys gonna understand. She says, don't even open up that door, girl. Yeah. So anyway, the young lady, she comes to the door, and I check her out. I size her up really quick. Like I told you guys in the chat before, she had a nice booming body. She had a bodysuit on, and she was a black chick, light skinned. You could tell she works out on her body or whatever. She has some glasses on. So I'm looking at her, I'm going, okay, she's either a receptionist or she's a secretary or something. But you know what? If she even, I don't know. Thank you, Woke to God. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if She's not threatening. I'm not threatened by her. Like if she even though she was taller, she was like 5'10", maybe 6 foot. I don't know. She's just taller than me. But this is the kind of girl, I'm looking at her mannerism. It's meek, like it wasn't intimidating. Like, if she even tried to do something, I would give her the freaking business. And I'm not a bad chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a scary chick. But you scare me, you in trouble. For real, for real. Don't do that. I tell people all the time, do not do that. Do not scare me. Because you will get the business really quick. And I'm not a bad chick. But you scare me, you'll find something you did not know. And that's why I win, because you done scared me. I've never lost a fight because you scared me. Okay? If you didn't scare me, you would win. But if you scared me, oh my goodness, you're gonna get the business. Cause I don't know how to stop. That's my problem. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Woke the guy said, I thought she had a bakery. Said, so, yeah, a bakery business. Okay. So you were listening. So this chick, she comes in. I come back to the chat. I say, hey, you guys, I got somebody at the door. Bear with me. I was trying to take care of business. She had told me, I got $500, whatever. And so I go outside with her. I grab the keys and go outside. She's looking at the car. She's like, oh, I like it. It's nice. It's pretty. Do. She said, do it start? Do it run? What's wrong with it? I said, nothing's wrong with it. It starts. We're fine. Put the key in there. She started up. I said, it doesn't leak anything or anything of that nature. But, honey, I can't give it to you for $500, and she was like, so she was like, she really looked. I said, it's cold air, everything's good. And the miles on it is not bad. It ain't great, but it's not bad. Nice looking vehicle. Interior out. No dings, no dents, no bangs, no nothing. No scrapes and bruises and all this other stuff on the vehicle. So anyway, she looked at it and I told her we would take it for a ride, but I'm live right now. So she said, yeah, but I had asked her. I said, how did you get over here? She said she Ubered over here. I was like, wow. Okay, I live way out, so I'm thinking you Uber from in town. So that costs you like $35-$40 to get over here, right? So no big deal. No big deal. I was like, okay, so she asked, could she speak? I told her it wasn't up to me. It was up to my husband. She was like, can I speak to him? I said, sure. So I called my husband up and gave her the phone. And she was like, yeah, I can come up with $800 right now. And he was like, well, honey, we still can't give you the car. You could put your money down on it, but no, we can't do that. We don't know you. And, when I went back in the living room to retrieve my phone, she was like, yeah, and she looked like she wanted to cry. I knew something's going on with her face. She wanted to cry. She was kind of covering her face up. And only thing I can really tell you, I couldn't give you a description. Like, her makeup wasn't on that well. It was like, I don't know. She was a kind of timid type of person. Everybody understanding what I'm saying, put a 1 in the chat. She just didn't look up in your eyes at you. She wasn't very confident. She was like a meek person, standing 5'10" to 6 foot. She's sitting there. Like I said, she did have a banging body and everything, but and I said, well, how are you gonna get home? And she was like, oh, I got an Uber. I said, okay. She said, it's gonna take a little while. I said, okay. Come back to the live. Everything's good. Her ride comes. I walk to the door to let her out. I make sure, she got in the car. I seen the blue car come up to drop her, to pick her up. No problem. No big deal. I was going, this thing on my phone pops up and tells me certain things that's going on. So I had noticed a couple of days ago, there's a young lady in the Chicago area that went to a yoga trip in the Bahamas, and she had been missing since June the 19th. And her name is Taylor Casey, okay? So Taylor Casey, you guys seen on the thumbnail, she went to this Bahama trip. It's supposed to be like a month thing. She studies yoga. She's been studying yoga for 15 years, okay? And so she went on this trip. She didn't make it to the classes on June the 19th. So she's just missing. And so they called the mom. The mother's name is Coletta, and said, "Have you seen Taylor?" And her mom says, "No, why would I see Taylor when Taylor is with you guys in the Bahamas?" I mean, she was like, so Taylor missed the rest of the classes. This place is a very prestige place. They do when they do the yoga, they have peace and clarity. They hear the birds, they eat from the fruit, and they eat from the land. And so they don't like a lot of people coming in there with their sin, their gin, their drinking, their wine, their spaghetti and things of that nature. So they really did not get into, hey, Taylor's missing. They don't know what happened to Taylor. So anyway, Taylor was last seen on June the 19th in the Bahamas. The family and friends of the Chicago woman who vanished while on a yoga retreat in the Bahamas are not satisfied with the authorities' efforts into locating her. So this girl, they found her phone in the ocean like 60 feet from the beach. Her phone. So a boat or something had to, while her phone way out there in the ocean. Her phone pinged in the water. Yeah. So not only that, they got her journal, but her passport is not nowhere to be found. So her passport is nowhere to be found. Key number one, passport. Okay. So anyway, it says they were speaking to NBC. The mother of Taylor expressed her frustration with the Bahama police conducting the investigation. "I need them on the island to act like it's their child that's missing," Coletta said on Today. So Taylor is 41 years of age. She was last seen on June 19th in the area of Paradise Island on the Royal Bahama Police Force said in a June 21st statement. Taylor was attending a certification retreat run by San Van Andaya Ostrom. The retreat Bahama, the organization told people that it first reported Taylor's disappearance to the authorities. So on July the 2nd, the police force said it had found Taylor's cell phone and other belongings from her nearby waters, but had not located her passport. Now, let me make this clear to the U.S. media, the public, and our government officials. We are not satisfied with how this investigation has been handled. Thus, for Cassie's friend, Emily, who traveled to the Bahamas with Taylor's mom, in the wake of the disappearance, said in a statement, "And what we learned and observed during our time meeting with the authorities, the leaders is disturbing and infuriating." So Cassie's family has claimed, following her disappearance, police left the tent where Cassie had been staying open to the public instead of immediately treating it as a potential crime scene. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys something. This, so everybody's like, this black woman is missing and they're not treating it bad because there's a black woman missing and all this other stuff. So, they came out with new pictures like on the 3rd. Okay, they came out with new pictures. I had been talking to one of my friends that I talked to. She's in the family. She's on here, Miss Margie Mack. We were talking, and I said, "Hey," I called Margie up, and I said, "Hey," I said, "Margie, I need to tell you something. I said, they got new pictures of that Taylor girl that's missing. I know I hadn't mentioned nothing on the live or anything, but I had seen her before, and it just seems weird to me. But they got new pictures of her, and I could swear up and down that was the girl that came to my house looking for the car." And so Margie was like, "Girl, get out of here." And I said, "No." I said, that looks like her. So I had asked the girl that came over here looking for the car, I asked her how old she was. She said she was 39. And I asked her, "Well, you got a job?" And she said, I have a bakery business." I said, "Oh, congratulations. Good for you, girl. You go." She was like, "Yeah." I couldn't think to myself. I'm like, "But you come with $500 wanting a vehicle or whatever. It doesn't make sense. If you got a business, then the only money you got, the spare money you got, is only but $500. $500 is not even buying the tires, baby. I'm just being honest. I just spent, and I'm not bragging about none because this is my first time ever buying new tires for my vehicle. I got 2 tires on the front of my vehicle, and it cost me $700 just for 2. So I'm looking at her now. I'm not talking about the car that I'm selling. I'm just saying that I don't know what you expecting for $500. Anyway, nevertheless, me and okay, I'm sorry. Let's talk with real English. I and Margie, or Margie and I, was talking, and I said, I really believe that this was a girl. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. So she went and dug up some pictures. She was like, did she have glasses on? I had to think. That's the one reason why I opened up the door, because she had these big old black glasses on. And I thought to myself, this girl is not harmful. I just bust her in her eye or whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, yeah, she did have on glasses. So she sent me a picture with her with glasses on. I said, I said, I swear, because something was going on with this young lady that was at my house. Like, I couldn't, the spirit didn't tell me, she needed help, but the spirit wasn't telling me to help her. So I'm thinking, come on, like, I'm not really understanding. I was like, I want to help you, but, I don't know, But what you're saying to me is not making sense. You got a baking business, but you only got $500. But nevertheless, like I said, she left and everything. I got her phone number because she had called me and everything. And so, and I told you, she speaks like a kid or whatever. So but she had makeup on her face, like she was trying to cover up acne or some kind of problem with her face, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was caked on there, and it wasn't caked on there well, and she just kept covering up her face, like, like don't look at me, or like I'm trying to, and like I said, she started crying on the couch or whatever. You guys remember me telling you guys that? Because you guys are sitting in here and you're not talking to me. You're not telling me that. Yeah, I remember you saying that. SP, tell me. So anyway, she said, what, did you call the police? If you see something, say something. So, of course, I went to get information to find out, like, okay, I've got cameras on my house. I don't know how to retrieve the footage or whatever. Thank you, Lisa Taylor. You know what, Lisa Taylor? You get a ticket for today. You get a ticket. Thank you, Lisa. You get a ticket. Lisa Taylor. Oh my goodness. Just for listening. I'm going to put on there listening. Just for listening. I hope you win, girl. She said, aren't we listening? Come on. So anyway, I'm like, okay, Margie, something's not right. Something's not right about this, because I'm looking for information on who to call. Where's the 1-800 number, tip line, Crime Stoppers, or only thing they're saying is and then the numbers in the Bahamas or something. When are we going to learn? Exactly. People have been missing in the Bahamas for, come on now, woke to God, I need you to stay with me for this. Why do we continue to put ourselves in these situations? We have family in the Bahamas and I won't go. Okay. Molly says, hi, all from Daytona Beach, Florida is in the building. Okay. So listen, you guys. So I said something strange about this, because they're saying, let's find Taylor, or where's Taylor, or find Taylor. And they've got this donation, but where's the number that I can reach out and just so they can come check it out, come check the Uber out that dropped this young lady off, get my phone records where she called me or whatever. Just look it up, because if I see something, I'm seeing something. I don't know if this is the same girl. I really don't know, but just check it out. I'm going to feel stupid Like, okay, let's go back when we was looking for Braylon, and I told Purple, go over there to the pool. Go look in the pool. They already looked in the pool. Just do it anyway. Nope. I'm going over here to the cemetery. And where was Braylon the next morning? In the freaking pool. Okay. I'm not going to say nothing when I told my husband they looking for this little girl and we're going down the street. And I said, that looks like the car that they're looking for and it's driving radically. Honey, let's go, let's go catch up with that car. And my husband tells me, honey, please. And we go to Wendy's, get our little dinner, come back home to find out that the street that we were on, they just stopped the car that we just seen, and had the little girl in the freaking car. And me and my husband looked at me and I said, I told you. I said, I told you. I felt compelled to call 911. My friend Margie was like pulling up numbers from the Chicago area, because everything that's out there, that's on Facebook, that's on posted on these videos, is not giving no information. Okay? Okay. Now, you guys, I found the moms. I found the mom, sent her a message and told her what I just told you guys. I said, I've got cameras. I don't know how to pull up the footage because my son set it up. But it runs continuously, whoever comes to my house. So, you got, here's my phone number. Call me, reach out, or whatever. She had just posted something 2 hours prior to me sending her that message. So, she got the message, right? I did call Valerie. I did call Tina. I have not got no response. But then, as I was looking for more information to figure out how to reach these people, I even called News Nation because they did a story. I left a message with Good Morning America because I'm like, I think this was the woman at my house. C6 says, was it her? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, nobody come to even take a look to see if it was her. We don't know. So as we're looking, somebody on the YouTube channel was doing a story, and then they said, are you listening? They said, are you listening, Woke to God? Are you listening, Valerie? Are you listening, Lisa Taylor? C6, you listening? Tina Powers, you listening? Molly, you listening? Miss Dee Dee, you listening? Valerie, you listening? Diana Harris, you listening? Nancy, you listening? Danielle, you listening? So guess what? They said we need to use the correct pronouns. So I said, Miss Margie, we're looking for a transgender. She couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, that might change things. Because I truly do believe that this was a woman. But nowadays, you don't really know. You just don't really know. And that's before I sent the message to the mother and said, hey, I believe your daughter came to my house looking for a vehicle. Now, I've got cameras, but I don't know how to get the footage, but you can. But I'm just letting her know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But if somebody was really looking for her, him, she, them, they, whatever, they at least would have called and checked up on what I just said. Hello? Am I right or wrong? Come on, you guys, talk to me. Am I right or wrong? You know why they're not really putting it out there? They're not really putting it out there because of the pronouns. Okay? Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me. Okay? Y'all didn't hear me. In all reality, this could be the reason why this young lady is missing. They said that the day of her disappearance was, she was walking on the beach and some man approached her. They were talking, and the guy said something like he was from the Chicago area. He went his way, she went her way. And then the next day, she come up missing. Now, hold on. That's why that phone is in the water, the Bahamas. None of those islands are big on the... Okay, now you're understanding what I'm saying. So they will not let the news people come in on the island and talk to the visitors, because that's 90% of their income is from people from the United States coming and visiting and doing what they need to do. And they frown on the LBGTQ. And she could be missing because of that. She, he, whatever. I believe in my spirit we would keep it very respectful and keep it she. Because, I looked the first time I seen her, I was like, something's not right. I looked. But but as I got to reading the story and stuff, it just became to me she, and you couldn't tell me nothing different. But then I started looking and I was like, okay, I'm seeing something here. So we'll keep it respectful, because the mother says she, then that's what it is. Okay. Because when I look at her pictures, that's what I see. I see she. But until somebody said something, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, you guys. So what I'm saying is, she could have met a man there and just was like, you know what? I'm done living in the United States. This person's accepting me. I've told them what I am, who I am, or what I'm about, or whatever. And I can just live my life as a she, because nobody knows me as anything else but that over here, except him or whatever. And I'm happy. Because some people think that they can just leave where they are and they don't have to look at people that knew them before, that can't accept them for who they really were inside. That they don't have to hide it or anything. God forbid that they didn't reveal that to whomever they met. Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, what if she came off as a female, which I looked and seen female, and then they got to the thing and they doing all this kissing and thing and find out that it's and that person is a holy person, and now you having relations with a man, they will hurt her. They will hurt her. It won't be no beat down. And she probably in the lake. She probably in the river somewhere. I don't know. But then her passport is missing. So with everything she left behind, her passport is missing. That tells me she could be in the United States. So why is the family only looking in the Bahamas and not in the United States? Her passport is missing. Do you know the news said they don't believe that she's dead? They don't believe she's dead. So that tells me she either ran off and trying to change her life to be whoever she is, or somebody adopted her and holding her, or she's gone. You guys understand? Miss Didi says, I'm listening, was too far from the phone to text back. So anyway, you guys, I don't have a problem keeping in the contact of the information of this young lady because, like I said, my family didn't accept me from over there. From over there. So, but here's the thing. And a lot of the new, and I'm just, let's just talk, you guys, because you know what? Here we can be truthful. And I tell people this all the time. You ain't got to tell all your business. I don't tell you guys all my business or what's going on in my neck of the woods on everything. But one thing, if you really know me, you know, and a lot of people don't really know me. They think they know me. You know, I don't care for people to make fun of people because of whatever their preference is. I will distance myself from you immediately. I will. Because at the end of the day, I was raised just like you. If we're the same age, you heard what I heard. And I know what my mother taught me. And I've never had a problem with somebody being different. And I never will. You know what I'm saying? But what I will not tolerate is making fun of anything or anybody. Okay? So let that be said that I just don't do it. I've got people in my family and I hate for them to hear we caulking and giggling and laughing about something that ain't, you live your life and I'm going to live my life. Now, do I myself gonna do something of that nature or I believe in it for me? I don't believe that is for me. Just like I don't believe a Rolls Royce is for me. That don't make me no difference. I still drive a car. You understand what I'm saying? And you drive your car and I drive my car. Hello? Hello. You guys got it? Everybody's got free will. You got to take that up with God. Now, but what I was taught when I was young, it was, for me, it's a no-no. Hello? You guys understand what I'm saying? And I can't get that out of my heart because I was raised on that type of bread. And that's what it is. Because that's what was instilled in me from day one. But that don't mean you have to drive what I drive or eat what I eat. You ain't got to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got free will. So nevertheless, that's the best way I can put it. If anybody's feelings get hurt, so when people come in here and talk about you didn't do my pronouns right, girl, I don't even know what you're talking about because I don't even, like what are you? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Are you whatever? What you want all this attention because I didn't say she, he, or her, they. I don't even know. I'll ask you. And I may not even remember once we get done talking because it's not really important to me. I'm going to respect you as a person. Hello? Hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP, I've been here listening. You would be able to send that picture to the police or let them know this individual came to my home, and I believe.
Hold on, you didn't hear me. I don't know how to retrieve my footage on my camera.
Yeah, but it seemed like they would be more interested. It's an officer. Them officers know how to retrieve and go in there and look.
Okay, but you know what, Miss Val? I called them. I called 911. I called non-emergency. I called the Chicago police. I called Crime Stoppers. I text mom. I text Good Morning America, and I text News Nation. Just y'all can come look at it or whatever. I don't care. Just come. But nobody's responded to it. So I don't.
I think it was the person because she said when you said it was in the spirit and the way she kept trying to turn her face and disappear in the eyes. When a person won't make eye contact with you, something is off or something is up with that person. She may just want to disappear and don't want anybody to know she's back from the Bahamas or alive or anything.
Right.
She just want to disappear. So she figured, well, I can looks like a full female. And see, a lot of them don't let
Ex-
people know.
exactly. It looked like a full female, right? Well, when you transgender, you're taking those chemicals and that medication, and they know how to disguise certain things like butts and tits and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But you seen a female, right?
Yeah, I saw a female. I was like, who is this black female missing? And I haven't heard nothing about it. I mean, what's the like story of the missing?
That's why they're not really talking about it.
Wow. Wow.
But you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't. I was like, are you serious? I say, see, this is what a man is looking at a female. And then if she don't bring it to their attention right away and get into a compromising position, that person will honestly kill her. You know, instead of letting her go on about her business, and I say, you need to speak up with what you are, you know, but a lot of them will take their life.
But she's at this retreat, and they probably thought she was a female, and when they probably found out that's a male, because she had her own tent. She didn't room at a hotel or a room with somebody. She lived in a tent outside, and it was still $300 to $400 for just a tent, you know. And that's where they come into spirit and stuff. But you got to think, you're learning the spirit, but they believe that
That's a no-no.
that's a no-no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, because I've seen a lot. Matter of fact, I had to defend one of my employees. He was a guy, but he had these other descendants who was going through a change, and they was trying to. One of my other employees jumped on him, and I said, "No, you're fired." I said, "You have nothing to do with his lifestyle. He's not bothering nobody. He does his job." I said, "So you're the one in the wrong." I said, "No, it's fine." So Robert came to me and he said, "You don't judge me." I said, "No, because God's got to judge me. What am I judge you for?" I said, "It's not right." I said, "Because your life." I said, "It's not interfering in mine. You come to work, you do your job, you get your pay, you go home." I said, "So that's the only thing I'm concerned about." So, but no, that they're, I hate this, that they're going their route, but it's not right to kill them or hurt them.
Well, you know what? I left them my phone number. I left everybody my phone number. Ain't nobody called. The mama ain't nobody called.
Hey, did you get in touch with the mother or someone in his family or
The mama ain't nobody called. So I said to myself, this is strange, because if this is my child, I'm looking at every message, every person that called me. I will give that information to the police or something. I will call that person and say, "Oh, so," and have them recorded. What did you say you seen? What do you say? You think it was my daughter? Do you really think it was my daughter? I believe it was.
Yeah, I see, like, at least that's bad. Because
Well, at least come check it out. I could be wrong, because
because
why would she show up in Wichita, Kansas? But
right. But see, look, you did your part in still trying to get somebody covered. Because what if this person comes up after the fact they done left your house and stuff, and that is on your film somewhere, and then this person come up unalive or something? It's gonna make you feel bad, but you done your part.
yeah, I did my
And
part.
I'll say, hey, would you guys when you come and look at the thing, and she was here.
But I realize that y'all have information for media to contact you guys. For media. But you're not having information if you want information. That's the whole thing. If you really want information, where's the contact information so people can give you tips and say, "I think I seen her in Ohio. I think I seen her in, in Philadelphia or whatever." But okay, I reached out. Like I said, we can reach out. We gonna reach out, and we did, because just check it out. I mean, I don't know how to get. I'm pretty sure my son can do it, but I'm not finna even go that far. I did what I can do, right?
Right. Hey, you did what you can do, and you noticed it right off, and then your woman instinct kicked in. Something's not right here. Because I was up in the live when you went to the door. You said somebody was at your door. And after you came back, if you look at the text, I'm like, somebody needs to check on SB, because I heard you say you want your door, and it takes so long for you to come back. I was getting worried. somebody says she's taking care of some business. I was like, she came back to the phone. Yeah, we need to find somebody in the area to go check. You know, I said because I get worried. Like you said, you can't go and let people in your house and a female really is vulnerable because they figure, oh, that's a female. Oh, I can just go in on her. You see the story where this darn criminal followed the mother.
Girl, she would have caught the business. The first thing she said, she would have caught the business over here. She said, "You got a dog?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh." She would have caught the business. But you know, anytime somebody come to your door, you size them up like, should I open the door? Should I let them in? I did not let her in when she knocked on the door. And it was raining outside. I didn't let her in. And I kind of felt sorry for her, but I just don't do that. Yeah, she had on glasses, and I kind of thought, you know, when people have on glasses, and like I said, her body, okay, this is my main thing. She said, when I asked her, did she have a job? She said, no, she has a bakery business. And I thought, okay, but then you call it a business, but you only got $500. That didn't make sense to me. Then she said, the other thing she said was, I just made it into town. You just made it into town. And I'm going to tell you something. Usually, if you're in the baking business, don't baking people usually have fat on their bones? Like, you know, because they eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl body was, didn't I tell y'all it was banging? Girl, her body was bad. And she had a bodysuit on. And I said,
They overdress. See, that's how you catch a lot of. Because I was driving the bus, and I had an instructor with me, and we was coming up 7 downtown LA. He said, "Oh, look at that!" Like, oh, man, I said, "I don't look at women." So he's just jealous. When I looked over there, and she's dressed for a woman, I said, "That's not a woman." I said, "That's a man." He said, "What are you talking about? That is a." I said, "That is a man." I'm telling you. He gets off the bus, big as you please, and go there, and honey, voice was deep, and he turned around at Adams after we're sick and high there too now. He was like, "Oh, get me away from here." I said, "Well, no, go on and go talk to young woman that you're talking about." I said, "No, female really knows a female." I said, "Most of the time." I said, "But now they're fooling you because you can't tell them from another female unless you really are paying attention or have seen that a lot."
Well, with those hormone drugs, they start having butts and tits like a female, and that Adam apple, you know, they can carve that down, and distinguish that with makeup now, and like I said, she was just so into like a turtle. It was kind of like this, and I was like, I said, "How old are you?" She said 39. She said 39. And I'm thinking,
yes, sir. Yes, she's trying to disguise. She don't want to bring attention to herself, but with a bodysuit on, you know, because they will hate. They dress.
Well, when she had the bodysuit on, she had some jeans on, and so you can see the body. You know, like on the sides where there's a loop, a hole, and you can see like part of her hip. You know, goes into her pants. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see her skin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's why I said she had a body. So this is what I'm saying. Listen, this is what I'm saying, Miss Valerie. She said she had a baking business. Okay, people that bake, that's a lot of fat. She didn't have no baking type of body. You know what I mean? Then she said, okay, so when I asked her about the job, she said she you know, she has a baking business and she's starting over, and she just made it into town. And I'm thinking, you just made it into town. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I gave her the address, I just gave it flat address. You know, normally people cannot find my house. They cannot find it. Now, yeah, Uber probably can find it, but and they probably rode around a little bit. Like it's got to be over here somewhere, and it's only but one way to get to me and one way to get out of here. But she found it, and I thought to myself, and here's the thing, I posted that a couple of months ago, and she just now calling. You know what I'm saying? Like this girl was desperate for a vehicle. She thought she was gonna give me $500 and walk away with a car. You don't even have a job to let me know that you even live in Kansas. You know what I mean?
Right. She just got into town. But it's another one coming up, like you said, don't let, be careful who you let in the house. I think they're, I don't know if they're black or white or whatever, but the woman went to get her tire changed and she left the other kids at the house asleep.
Yeah.
So this guy, he comes to the door and he got a mask on his face. First of all, I'm not going to let you in my house and you got a mask. I ain't even opening the door. And he had a mask on his face. She opened the door to say something and he pulled a gun on her. So he assaults her over and he's looking at the pictures as he's doing this on the wall. And he said, anybody else here but you? She said, no. But he looking at the pictures. So he got to going down the hall and went in there and seen a 12-year-old woke her up and started assaulting her. I said, oh my God. She was letting him do her, so he didn't bother her kids. But this idiot went in there and woke this 12-year-old up and started assaulting her, which they got his butt. I said, thank God. I said, but you can't open the door for nobody.
Yeah, my daughter was mad at me. She was like, Mama, you can't be giving people your address and da-da-da-da-da.
I go to the bar. I have a meeting at the police department. I got something for sale, but I don't play PlayStation and stuff. You can meet me up here at Lakewood Police Department. And if
Right.
no, that's too far now, but we can't do no business.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Usually my husband be here, but when it was, her voice, I kind of was like, okay. But you know what they're saying now? They're saying people, like, even these people that work for Amazon or something, just because they got a vest on and they come to your door, they knock on your door, don't open up the door.
No, because if they think the best when they get fired and stuff, and they ain't out of a job, so what do they have to do? I'm going to go rob a couple houses. So I dropped off my iPhone here the other day. Let me go and take that back from them. I said, like I say, I got firearms all over the place. Restroom, kitchen, bedroom, living room, under the couch. I said, I just have to put them with my grandkids.
Right.
I said, that's all. I'm a senior. I live alone. I said, this ain't. So what do I look like trying to fight you? First, I ain't going to let you in. I said, but no, you can meet me at the police department. So, but that's about it. I said, yeah, but that's, so tell me, that's her. And I pray to God she's still alive and they come.
You know, I hope it is her. Not so I could be right. I hope it is her because she'll be safe. But I mean, there's always possibilities. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Oh, I got you a number here for the call in 7929-882. Here's the thing though. I'm wondering why they're not really looking into the tips.
Is it the color of her skin?
Is it the color of her skin or
Is it because of her gender?
her gender, or is it because they already know that she's deceased?
I thought about that. I was trying to believe that to be not to be the final answer, but some tell me no, because those don't go missing unless they have Alzheimer's, dementia.
Because people don't look when people don't look for something that because they know where it is.
They know what's not gonna happen. Yeah. I hate that though.
You know what I'm saying? Because usually like when we was looking for not cash but classic and was it classic?
Sincere.
Was it classic and sincere or no? It was Amari. When we was looking for Amari, I went to the girl. I'm always looking, and I'm wondering. And everybody looks suspicious to me. And you know what? I don't care. They get mad. But I seen this man. I was at the park with Pooh Bear, and this man gets out the car, and he's got like 6, 7 kids with him, and they all under the age of like 5 or 6, and he's sitting in the car, and they run out and play. Well, Pooh Bear started playing with this little boy, and he looked it just like Amari. And so I was recording Pooh Bear, and I was like, is that Amari? That could be Amari because the baby was mixed, And so, and he had the curly hair like Amari. And so, we were looking. It doesn't matter where you're at. Look, cause you never know. And so I called, but here in Kansas, I called the missing person in Kansas for the kids. And that investigator was on there like white on rice. They pulled those cameras from the park. They got the tag number on the vehicle. They seen the kids, and they went in there and they went and checked out them kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They checked out the kids and called me back and said, "Ma'am, no, that wasn't him."
Right, at least they took an initiative to go see. Because those are little kids. This person's supposed to be 40 years old, and like I said, well, maybe they just want to disappear their own, but you got to look, there's circumstances involved with this person. have some identity crisis, or they went this way, so possibly could be, no longer here.
But
And I said, that's bad.
But the thing about it is, and I looked at every news report that the mother did, every news report that they've did on this Taylor young lady, and none of them stated anything about her gender. None of them said anything. It came 2-2 came when another YouTuber said something, and then the mother posted she was thanking the LGBTQ community for paying her way to go over there to the Bahamas to go see if that, to go try to get some information on her daughter. She was thanking them, and I thought, she's thanking them. That was Taylor's close friends. I said, yeah, Taylor, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to just put two together. And Margie was like, SP, you called it. You said, she said pronouns. She said she don't want to get the pronouns mixed up. I said that right there. Little key words right there,
Yeah. Yeah, because when you said pronoun, I was like, what do they mean? Pronoun is subject. I mean, you just want to find the person. You ain't worried about no pronoun, no noun.
Right.
No.
But I think some people won't look because of the pronouns. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same as black people. Come on. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, when you say a black kid, they don't look. You say blonde hair, blue eye, everybody's eyes is open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Sure.
But you say the pronoun, people go, pronoun?
Yeah.
Oh, something wrong.
I was surprised they took, Mira, the 14-year-old that was listening, they took that serious and went on ahead. I said, because they use time they don't, but I guess if this is a code and other kids in there, we better go on and move. But if it wasn't restrictions like yours, I mean, nobody would even know about it. It wasn't on the news.
The only thing the news is saying is a black girl missing in the Bahamas. And they said black woman missing in the Bahamas. Black woman missing in the Bahamas, And so, yeah.
It's crazy.
But remember when what's her name? Carly was missing
Yeah.
in what was that? In Birmingham or Alabama?
Oh, yeah. That's what
They wasn't really looking for Carly. They was looking for that baby.
Yeah, the baby she lied about.
That's what they were mad about. They were mad about, okay, if she's missing, she can't tell us where that baby is and who had the baby. And then they find out there was no baby. So she lying. She got us out here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And then it makes it bad for people that really are missing, female or male, transgender, or whatever, but the color of your skin. They just look at us like, oh, well, they probably John Law or something. They don't take it as serious.
Exactly.
That's the bad thing.
Exactly.
I'm going to get back in the chat.
All righty.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so you guys, she says, you can't be too careful these days. Exactly. Woke the God says, why do y'all keep saying the color of her skin? They do. They keep saying her skin is light skin. She's light skinned. And, I don't know. Let me look at my messages because I haven't looked at my messages and I don't want to lie on somebody. Okay. No. So, yeah, you guys. So, that right there is what I've been just trying to figure out it took me maybe 4 hours just getting information. When you make a 911 call, you pay for that. Yeah, people be like, oh, it's free. It's free if you ain't paying on no phone bill, but it's not free if you got a phone bill. If you paying your phone bill, you look on your phone bill, I think it's like $1.99 every time you call a 911. But yeah, it's there, nevertheless. It's no big deal. I ain't mad about it. Okay, you guys, I just want you guys to know that anytime you see something, say something, You never know. You might become the hero of the day. You might become, uh, you know, I mean, that's what an investigator do. Like anything that looks out of place, out of line. You don't take somebody's word for it. Oh, it can't be her. She came missing in the Bahamas. What do Wichita, Kansas got to do with the Bahamas? It doesn't really got anything to do. I mean, the odds is very slim that that was her, but I'm just putting two and two together going, hey, she's out of place. People in Wichita, Kansas really don't have a body like that. We're meat and potatoes people. You're gonna see people here in Kansas that got meat on them, especially in the black community. We eat very well. You know what I'm saying? We are a knitted community. I don't know everybody because I'm not out in the street like I used to be, but you're not gonna see too many skinny older women, especially 39, like that that's just off into yoga and bicycling and running track and all this other stuff. I mean, you really just don't see that here. So when she said baking, she just got into town. And then I'm looking at, she's very timid type of person, just like my youngest daughter, she's very timid. And then like her makeup wasn't on as well as it could be because, I like, I just makeup, people can put on some makeup really good. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever she was trying to hide in her face, it just wasn't really working. But she was covering her face so much, and she cried a little because she wanted the car, and maybe she was trying to get home, or maybe somebody's forcing her to try to live in a place like in Wichita. You can get lost in Wichita, and people can accept you for who you are in Wichita, and you can just keep, like I said, I don't know. I look and I said, no, I know for a fact that was a woman that came to my house. But now just, with the new information, I'm like, I really don't know. She was tall. And usually women, especially in over here in Wichita, if you're not from Wichita women are not tall. We're short. I mean, we're squatty bodies. I'm 5'2", maybe 5'1". I'm losing my height, but you know, I don't know. And if they are tall, they're usually tall and full figured or whatever. I just don't really see too many. If we do see skinny, very skinny, petite women, they're usually young. They're kids, like, 21, 20, but 39 and like that, I haven't seen her around. I don't know her. She's older than my kids, so I know people from my age, and then I know my kids' age. If I seen them around, I really don't look at kids 30 and below because those are my kids' ages. So 30 to 21, they're a kid to me. But when she said she was 39, I was like, oh, okay. Well, you look good to be 39. Like, wow. But you know how women are. We lie about our age. We don't want to say we're 40, 41, 42. But 39, I was like, okay. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'm just telling you, if anything come out of it, your girl at least told you that I tried to tell y'all, and Diesel was like, he was in the house, he was downstairs, and he was like a barking and everything. She was like, you got a dog? I was like, yeah. And Diesel was barking. I was like, Diesel don't usually bark like that just because somebody in the house. Diesel's like, he wanted to come out, but nevertheless, you always look, and maybe you can help some family out there find one of their loved ones that somebody is taking advantage of, or human trafficking. We don't know. She could be still in the Bahama area, but one thing we do know, her passport is missing, so she could be back in the United States. And if there's a possibility, then that's the way it is. So anyway, you guys, keep your eyes open. Be good. Be great. It's Friday. We're done with this week. And you guys be good. Be great.